The defense started calling witnesses in the trial of two former Williamson County Sheriff's deputies charged with manslaughter.
Prosecutors say J.J. Johnson and Zach Camden used excessive force when arresting Ambler and used tasers on Ambler multiple times after a car chase in 2019. Now, during that arrest, Ambler said he had a heart condition and he could not breathe.
KVUE's Isabella Basco is live at the Travis County Courthouse with details on today's testimony. Isabella?
Well, Brian and Ashley, defense attorney Doug O'Connell giving his opening statement saying this case involves choices that Ambler made. Now, some examples that O'Connell gave were Ambler's choice to not deal with an unregistered vehicle citation that turned into an arrest warrant, making a choice to not pull over when Deputy Johnson turned his lights on, and making a choice to keep driving after his first crash, leading the deputies on a 22-minute chase. O'Connell also saying Ambler chose to not take medicine critical to keeping him alive, and that evidence in this case will show his last refill was about 40 days prior to the date of the incident. O'Connell also says the jury will meet the instructor who taught the deputies how to use the taser.
This was a tragedy, but it wasn't a crime. Given the totality of circumstances, everything these men did was reasonable, not reckless. And when you hear all the evidence, we're confident you'll return a verdict of not guilty.
And prosecutors have said Ambler had little time to comply before a taser was deployed, and that the deputies used excessive force. The defense going on to call its first witness, Mark Sawa, a retired major from the Travis County Sheriff's Office, who went on to say that Camden and Johnson's use of force was reasonable and lawful given the totality of circumstances. During the state's cross-examination, the prosecutor brought up the name of previous consultants the state has worked with on this case who disagree with Sawa's stance, like Roger Alma Clark.
Is it unusual for experts in your field to sometimes have disagreements?
Yes, it is not unusual.
It's not unusual.
It's not.
And so you're not surprised that Mr. Clark may have a different opinion than you?
I'm not the least bit surprised.
And you're not surprised that you have some disagreements with Mr. Joyner?
Not the least bit surprised.
And there's nothing inherently wrong about you all having disagreements, is it?
No.
The other witness that testified is Jason Evans, who works as a project engineer for Knott Laboratory, performing investigations and reconstructions of vehicle accidents. Day 8 of testimony expected to start back up tomorrow morning, and the jury could start deliberating as early as Thursday. We'll be back here for all of that. But for now, back to you live in downtown Austin. Isabella Basco for KVUE News.